Hi, and welcome to my channel. I am Brandy, aka Mama Vapes and Diamond Paints. And since I am the new kid on the block, I figured I should do a little get to know me type video first. So, first of all, I am working on a diamond art clip, Something Sweet by Mandy Manzano. This is a surprise gift for somebody, so I'm not going to go into the details on all of that yet, but here we go. So like I said, my name is Brandy. I am 43 years old. I was born and raised in Southern California, and I still live here. I am currently I live just a few miles from the same house that I lived in my whole life. So I never moved too far away. I like the city I live in a lot, and yeah, that's the beginning. I am a mom. That is hence the word mama. I have 3 sons. They are 26, 25, and just turned 18. So my 26-year-old and his girlfriend, who also lived with us for a while, who we just really adore. I couldn't ask for a better woman to be in our lives and to hopefully someday marry my son, because she's really good for him, but that's another story for another day. They just moved out less than a month ago. They only moved a few miles down the street, and it was bittersweet. I'm happy for them to get on their own, and birds leaving the nest and all, that's what you want, but it's an adjustment that neither one of them live here anymore. But I'm happy for them. I'm excited for them to start this new chapter in their lives, and it's a good thing. So my 25-year-old lives in Texas. He's in the Army, and he's been in Texas for 3 years now, and last year he spent about 10 months in Afghanistan for his first deployment. He did great. I didn't do so great, but we survived it, and by we I mean me, because like I said, it was rough. But he made it home safe and sound, and I'm very grateful for that. And he was supposed to move to his new duty station in March, but as we know, the entire planet shut down, including the military. They are not going anywhere for a while. And I know he was kind of disappointed about that. He was ready to move on, and now he has to wait longer. So there's that. And then my 18-year-old, who turned 18 in quarantine, which was, not exciting for him, I'm sure. And he also graduated in quarantine. He had a what they called a virtual graduation, and well, it wasn't what we had imagined. His whole life of going to school was to graduate in the middle of a pandemic. I told him it would be, something to remember as he gets older. It's going to be a historic moment. There are no other classes that will be the first class to graduate in the middle of a pandemic, at least not in our lifetime. So I'm glad the school did something, and it was unique and cool, and I like how they did it. I'm sorry my desk keeps shaking. We actually need to get we're gonna make new legs for it, because it does shake a lot, and my dog is currently laying by one of the legs, and she's moving around, so it's bumping into it. Anyhow, that's the other thing. We do have dogs. We have 5 dogs. It's a lot of dogs, and they're large dogs, so that seems like even more dogs. But they're definitely our babies. They are spoiled. Anybody will tell you they are spoiled, but that's okay. They're my dogs, and I want them to be happy. So The other part of my name is Vapes, MamaVapes&diamondpaints. So obviously the Vapes gets thrown in there. I do manage a very large vape shop in Southern California, and I love my job. I love doing it. I've been doing it for 6 years, almost 6 years now. And it is, I don't know, it's an interesting job. It's a lot of fun though, so I definitely enjoy it. I work because I like working. I work there because I love that job. Not that I never have a bad day, because sometimes things are just crazy and it's customer service, so you know, it's retail. Things happen. People are weird. But I am blessed to have great customers for the most part. I also really enjoy being able to help people quit smoking. That's what happened to me. I quit smoking by vaping. So getting people not to be able to smoke is, it's an awesome feeling, and I really enjoy it. I have a lot of older customers, and you know, these are people that never thought they could quit smoking in their life no matter what, and now they're able to quit smoking because of vaping. So, you know, that makes me happy. But that being said, you may hear me vaping sometimes. You may hear my dogs barking sometimes. You're probably going to hear my husband sometimes. That's going to be another topic I'll get to in a minute. But, I mean, I have a family. I have my dogs and I do vape. So, sometimes things might be noisy or distracting. I will try my best to keep those things, you know, to a minimum on the videos, but just be reality that it is gonna happen. You're going to hear things sometimes. Sorry, I'm reloading my pens. So those are things you may hear, those are things you may not hear. It kind of just depends on the day and the moment. My dogs particularly go nuts when any type of movement outside whatsoever. My neighbors across the street going into their own house, the mail lady, the UPS truck, any noise, the gardeners, they lose it. So, I'm in my own craft room, my door is shut, only one dog's in here with me because she will not allow me to be away from her, but like I said, try and keep those noises to a minimum, and moving onward. So my husband, we've been together for 26 years. It's been a long time. He is a goofball. He is my 4th child, and he is also my partner in crime. We are a great team, and that's probably why we've been together for so long. When we met, I was 17, he was 19, so we truly have grown up together. Let me take a drink really quick. Sorry. So, as I was saying, we've been together for many, many moons, and we're still together, and I definitely am grateful that we have the relationship that we do. So, we've raised 3 amazing boys together, and we have been through pretty much everything you can go through with a partner, a spouse, and just a lot of, you know, growing up. So we've made it through, and I am happy to say that we're still here. So he is in the IT world. He is a network engineer, to be specific, and he works from home and has since way before this pandemic hit. So that's just kind of how they work. He does have to travel for work once in a while, but typically he works from home. So that's always been, well, since it's been happening in the last about 4 or 5 years now that he's worked from home exclusively. It's been nice that he's able to be home when our kids needed things, or our dogs, or whatever. So that's that makes him happy and pretty pretty much everybody else. So his parents live super close to us. We have a really good relationship with them, and he is able to help them when they need it and all that because of being able to work from home. So that's great. And like I said, it's IT related. He's always done that. That's been his thing for a long time. So pretty much he is the tech guy. If anything goes wrong, I ask him because I am not a tech savvy person. He is the tech guy, so I don't have to. I have no patience for it, to be really honest with you. I feel like when technology, it's supposed to do what it's supposed to do. It's not supposed to give you problems. He has all the patience in the world for that kind of stuff, so that's it. And other than that, usually we just hang out with our friends, go out to dinner, stuff like that. But since everything is shut down right now, we haven't been doing any of that. And that is kind of what brings me to diamond painting and YouTube and all of that. So, actually last year when my son was deployed, I ordered a diamond painting. I got it, and I never started it because at the same time my uncle lived with us and he got really sick, and I actually got the diamond painting specifically to try and keep my mind occupied while my son was deployed because I knew it was going to be hard on me. And then everything happened with my uncle, so I never got around to doing it. Don't ask me what happened to that kit. I have no idea where it even went, but I just never did it. So fast forward to this year when everything started shutting down, I said, you know what, I'm going to order another one. I'm going to give this a try again. I'm too bored. I can't just sit still, and I need something to do to keep myself occupied. So I ordered another diamond painting, and it came. It was cute. I mean, it was bigger, but it was cute. And I started it. Well, the day I was going to start it, I actually was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to YouTube videos, and that's how I'm going to learn how to diamond paint. That's the rabbit hole I fell down. So I started YouTubing different creators and videos and found some amazing creators, and kind of got really hooked on it. Well, that diamond painting that I ordered, I got it on Amazon, turned out to kind of not be a great one, and it was very frustrating. But by that point, by the time I started realizing it was not a super great one, I had already watched a ton of YouTube videos on diamond painting, and I had like seen all these things about Diamond Art Club and other amazing companies, but Diamond Art Club so far has been the only one that only other company I've received since the Amazon painting. So I found all these great companies and all this great stuff about Diamond Art Club, so I ordered one. Well, that right there was, again, I say, a rabbit hole. I went down the rabbit hole. Fell in absolute love with Diamond Art Club, their canvases, their drills, everything about them has been awesome. I've ordered multiple kits from them now, and in the process of all of this, my husband helped me convert one of our rooms in our house to a craft room. So that's actually where I'm at right now. I'm in my craft room diamond painting. So I got hooked on diamond painting, and then I saw all these amazing creators and videos, and everybody keeps asking me what diamond painting is, and I keep explaining it to them. And now here I am. I'm making my own video. I have no idea how I could even come close to the amazing content that I've seen, but I just hope to have fun. Hopefully I can, share some of what I've learned, maybe teach somebody something new. I have no idea, but I just know that I wanted to be a part of something amazing like this and just have fun doing it, and keep myself occupied when I'm not working. I do work full-time. It is a full-time job, but I feel like I always have all this idle time, and I need something to keep me busy, because I don't do super well when I have too much time on my hands. I need to be doing things. It's just something that I enjoy doing. It's something that I like. I like to be busy. I like to do different things. It doesn't have to be like going anywhere necessarily busy, but just I like to keep myself occupied. I tend to overthink. I tend to overthink a lot if I don't. So I need and keep me busy so I'm not sitting there having the wheels turning about everything else. So here we are. Now a little bit about things that I am, about who I am, other than, a wife and a mom and, my job. I am a tiny bit sassy. I tend to be very blunt and very outspoken. If I think something or feel something, I say it. I try not to be mean. It's not that I'm trying to be mean or rude, and that's, I want to make sure that I make that very clear. It's not that I'm mean or rude. I just kind of have a very straight to the point type attitude a lot of the times. So I have people who either love me or hate me, and there's not really an in-between. I get a lot of people always tell me that that's what the people who like me always say, well, that's what we like about you. You're honest. You're very straight to the point, and we like that about you. You don't sugarcoat things, and you're not gonna tell somebody something that isn't true. So that's me. You know, if I like you, I truly, honestly like you, because that's just how I am as a person. I don't really know how else to say that. I think people are so worried sometimes about hurting other people's feelings that they will pretend to like them, and I think that's kind of worse, because I don't have to agree with your opinions or any of that to like you as a person. I mean, I'm pretty basic about it. It's like, if you're a good human being, then I'm probably gonna like you as a person. So I think that it gets, and that doesn't mean I agree with everything you think or everything, all your same points of view, but it just means that I'm okay with that. I can definitely like you as a human and be completely opposite beliefs or to have different opinions on things or viewpoints. And I think that's what kind of makes life interesting, is being able to do that without having to feel like you have to, I'm trying to think of the words I want to use, without having to agree with every single thing. So sometimes I think we forget that. You can like somebody without agreeing with everything. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. My mother-in-law calls me her junkyard dog. I'm very, very viciously protective of people that I love, so that's her little nickname for me. And when things have happened, she'll always say, "Oh, nope, I'm gonna call the junkyard dog," and she'll call me, and that's when I'll come out of being nice, is if I feel like somebody that I love is being hurt, and I don't mean physically, but mentally, emotionally, any of that. Just don't do it. It's not a good place for me. I don't like being ugly like that, but I will if I have to. And other than that, I think I'm pretty easy to get along with. I'm kind of let live and let live. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, nobody should tell you that you can't, you shouldn't feel certain ways, or you shouldn't think certain ways. If you're not hurting anybody, do you. It's not going to hurt anybody. Let you live your life. So, yeah, that's kind of something that I have found that has made me a lot of, I don't want to say enemies, but enemies in the past. And there's not a lot you can do about that. You can't necessarily make somebody feel different or whatever the case may be. And so why try? Like, I'm not going to try and beg people to be my friends when those are the people that I probably don't want to have friendships with anyways. So I feel like, yeah, the people that are in my life are my friends, and I love them and I adore them, and I'm grateful that I have them in my life. I don't need to beg anybody that I don't know or that says they don't like me to be my friend. So, I just kind of make it very easy, and I'm like, that's okay, moving on. I have found that I have met and had some of the most amazing friendships because of that, because I have a very small circle, and those are the people that I would do anything for, and vice versa. Those are the people that have done anything for me. I mean, anything for me without even having to ask, without hesitation. Those are the people that have been there to offer their help, or just not even offer, just showed up at my house with food when my uncle was sick and I was, just going absolutely crazy trying to do everything. Those are the people that have, called me when I've, been going through something when my son was deployed, and they would just reach out to me randomly. How are you doing? How is everything? Are you okay? Just thinking about you. So that's what I've truly come to realize, is that I have found some of the most amazing friendships from weeding out the weeds, from not having the people that don't want to be in my life organically anyways. So I feel like that's kind of how it works. I'm actually going to pause this video for a second because my dog, of course, wants to go out of the room while we're talking. Give me one moment. Alright, y'all, I'm back. Anyhow, I'm probably going to have to pause it again when she wants back in here. She's kind of obsessed with being near me at all times. So if she can't get to me, she usually will freak out. So if that happens, I'll pause you again to let her back in. So that's kind of about me and who I am and my life. Like I said, I do have 5 dogs. I have a lab pit mix who was a rescue. She's 14 and a half. She is the old lady. Next up is my little Roxy girl. She is my smallest dog. She's a mutt. We had to have her DNA done to find out what she was. And she is also a rescue. Her DNA came back that she is a Chow Collie Sharpei Doberman Great Dane. And she is my smallest dog. She weighs about 65 pounds. Next up, and she's 12 and a half. I'm doing it by age. So next up is my Kobe Lynn, aka the Big Head, and she is a 6'5", 180-pound Great Dane. So she is massive. She thinks she's about the size of a Chihuahua, and she's 10 and a half, which is really super old for a Great Dane. She's starting to slow down a little bit, but otherwise she's pretty healthy. And then is my Abby girl, and that's the one who I was talking about. She's obsessed, and she is also a rescue. So far, the ones that I've told you, my only dog though that is not a rescue is the Great Dane. So Abby is Shepherd and Rottweiler, and she's about 90-ish pounds, give or take. She's put on a few. So and like I said, she's obsessed with me, and she's a little over 8 years old. And then right behind her is my uncle's dog, who still lives with us, and he's an Akita Husky mix, and he's around the 70-pound range. So he's not quite that big, but he looks really big because of all his fur, and he's so fluffy. So those are the dogs, and all of them except for my uncle's dog, they're all females, and up until a few years ago they all got along all peacefully and wonderfully, and now they tend to squabble sometimes, which is heart attack inducing for me, the big dogs to be squabbling like that. And then we also have a leopard tortoise. He is about 4.5 years old. When we got him, he was new tiny. He fit my hand, and now he's about that big. He's huge. Oh, I guess I didn't show you very well. I can't find, or my other, yes, about that big. He's big. He's a big guy. So he's kind of cool. In a couple years, he'll be able to move to the outside world, maybe next year or so. He's just not quite big enough yet, and you know, we definitely don't want anything to happen to him. He's kind of the coolest pet ever. He literally just chills out in his enclosure and walks around, and he loves lettuce. You know, he's, like I said, he's easy. So those are the pets. The day I got him, I brought him home and I told my kids, meet your inheritance, because we all know tortoises can live, you know, 100 years. So they will probably, one of the boys will get him as a pet one day. So those are, that's the crew. I've had bearded dragons. I have had chameleons. I'm terrified of snakes. Terrified, like nobody's business. So I've never had a snake, but I do like most animals, but I respect all animals. Even if I'm afraid of them, I respect them as, you know, a living, breathing creature. So just because I'm terrified doesn't mean I want anything to happen to them. I don't want anybody saying, oh, snakes are great. They're beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I don't know why I'm afraid of them. It's irrational, but I am. And rodents. That's the other thing. I don't know why. But again, I still respect them as being creatures, living, breathing creatures. So that's just a little bit about me. I hope you guys have enjoyed getting to know me a little bit, and in the future I hope to be able to go live and to interact with a lot of you and to get to know you guys as well. I really hope that this can go further and I can keep making more videos. But for now, I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I promise I will answer them as soon as possible, the best that I can.